What is up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. So right now I'm about to get into this new record that Kendrick Lamar released. It's being titled Watch the Party Die. So let's get into it. So he got like an old sample. Well, let's look at the cover art. You got some obviously worn black Air Force Ones. He's playing with some symbolism here. You know, black Air Force Ones in our community is a direct reference to the timing someone is on. Somebody that's wearing black Air Forces is joked about as somebody that you don't want to mess with. Today is also 9/11, so you dropped a bomb on 9/11. You playing with that that whole thing. And for what we've seen, he's like been strategically dropping records on important days in American history and whatnot. Are making announcements on historical days. The pop out was Juneteenth. The performance at the Super Bowl, that's going to be during Black History Month. So, but yeah.
I think it's time to watch the party die. The shit that got too wicked to apologize. It's different, get them whacked and disqualified. We even kill the killers cause they like taking innocent lives. Burn a whole village, we start over. It's really that time. Why reason with these niggas if they can't see the future first? Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work? Just walk that man down, that'll do everyone a solid. It's love but tough love sometimes gotta result in violence. If you parading gluttony without giving truth to the youth, the graveyard is company. Just tell us what casket to choose. Say party more than bitches, tell me what are you working for? They glorify scamming, you get chipped over this credit card. Influencers talk down cause I'm not with the basic shit, but they don't hate me, they hate the man that I...
Influencers talk down because I'm not with the basic shit. So basically he's speaking to people on social media, influencers and whatnot, and how they always complain about Kendrick not putting what would be classified as like party music, which is pretty much everybody wants to consume is just party music. They don't want to listen to something that you actually have to digest and listen to. They just want fast, hippity bobbity, you can dance to type of music.
Represent the type of man that never did right cause I want a favor. The man that resides in patience. So where the soldiers at?
Exactly.
The ones that lost it all and learned to learn from that. A thirst for life, head inside a book cause he concerned with that. Information that'll change his life because he yearns for that. Dedication, finding out what's right cause he can earn from that. I feel for the women that deal with the clown and nerd shit. Can't blame them, today they ain't really got much to work with. How many bitches harder than a lot of you niggas? We trade all of y'all for nip, I can't be proud of you niggas. God give me life, dear God please give me peace. Dear God please keep these lame niggas away from me. Dear God keep me shining, the fuck do they really think? Pocket watching, you must be the police. God bless these words, dear God bless how I think. Dear God draw the line, they trying to confuse them with me. Dear God please forgive me, you knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. Get them gone, we go watch the party die. Send them home, we go watch the party die.
So that line, "we gonna watch the party die," I think is pretty much a summary of the industry and the way people move in general nowadays. Like, he wants to basically burn it down and start anew. Like, because music nowadays have become more so about the dollar over the art. That's why music doesn't have as much staying power anymore, because people aren't putting, really an effort into it. It's a lot of gimmick stuff going on. So that's why music isn't having as much of a staying power as it, used to back in the days. Where, lyricism and thought provoking ideas were being pushed. Nowadays, it's just a bunch of bullshit being pushed.
I think it's time to watch the party die. Street niggas and the corporate guys, the rappers that report the lies. I need their families mortified. We can do life without them, get their bodies organized. Tell me if you oblige. No more pillow talking, jump starting neighborhood wars. Dirty macking bitches because your spirit is insecure. The flashy nigga with nasty decisions, using money as a backbone. I want his head cracked before he's back home. The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony, assault and battery. I see a new earth filled with beautiful people making humanity work. Let's kill the followers that follow up on popping mollies from the obvious degenerates that's failing to acknowledge the hope that we.
Yeah, so right here he's talking about the culture. It is toxic and insidious. He's talking about the dope fiends and the dope head rappers and all that stuff that push that in their music onto the youth.
Trying to spread. If I'm not his vote, then you need to bring his fucking head or film that shit in high res. God give me life, dear God please give me peace. Dear God please keep these lame niggas away from me. Dear God keep me shining, the fuck do they really think? Pocket watching, you must be the police. God bless these words, dear God bless how I think. Dear God draw the line, they trying to confuse them with me. Dear God please forgive me, you knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. Sometimes I wonder what Lecrae would do. Fuck these niggas up or show them just what prayer do. I wanna be empathetic, my heart like D1, but I will. It's time to get these devils out the way. Heavy metals on my sword, we settle hard disputes today. The ghetto Hollywood.
So that pause right there was interesting, right? It was a thought that basically what he did right there is put like a physical representation of biting your tongue, pretty much. That's pretty much what he did right there. What he wanted to say was too demented to say, so he kept it to himself.
On my sword, we settle hard disputes today. The ghetto Hollywood divorce, say hello to your future fate. The culture bred with carnivores, you let them snack, they eat your face. The signatures is being forged. They wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel, a drugged up full of lies. Critical, I know my physical is.
Right there, that line right there, it kind of sounds like he could be referencing Tory Lanez. The innocent in jail from a Jezebel trumped up charges. But that can speak to a lot of people too. He talking about the pitfalls of, chasing pussy.
The drop, the more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel, a drugged up full of lies. Critical, I know my physical is tested all the time. I'm pitiful, sunk in place soon as I'm questioning my pride. I'm seeing ghosts, blacking out, relapsing one thought at a time. I spare no feelings that ain't mine. I'm in my feelings when I slide. I mean, a nigga wonder what Lecrae would do. Terrence Martin said I'm mentally with layers, true. I flood the market with my best regards, I paid your dues. And so it's up if you ain't one of ours, it's bad news. My nigga Jay Estrada said I gotta burn it down to build it up. That confirmation real as fuck, it ain't too many real as us. Locking into what I trust, looking outside, the kids live tomorrow. Cause today the party just
This was cool. Of course, the basic people gonna say it's trash because they can't, think past C or count past 3. So, they like the fast food music. But we're gonna go to the lyrics because there's a lot to digest. Watch the Party Die came as a surprise release via Kendrick Lamar's IG around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So Let's get into the lyrics. I think it's time to watch the party die. The party is pretty much a microcosm of the industry, social media, the degeneracy of, society in general, in terms of like, the social media culture. It's a lot of gimmicky follower sheep mentality going on. You got people promoting being fiends and whatnot. It's just a lot of stuff going on. So Demon Song appears to have been foreshadowed on May 24's Meet the Grams. Dear Aubrey, I know you probably think I went to crash your party. Here, Kendrick elaborates on this motif, further highlighting his own focus on spirituality rather than the shallow trappings of fame. Yeah, that's pretty much what he's talking about. Watch the party die. Yeah. In the final lines, he seemingly alludes to Drake and his team's negative influence on the youth, suggesting multiple meanings. The first interpretation plays into the many pedo accusations levied against Drake. It also speaks to negative relationship with his offspring, claiming out of a child. Third interpretation concerns hip-hop at large, indicating that once the Drake era ends, creativity and the genre can drive once again. Exactly, because we see it now with Drake. He dropped 100 gigabytes of material, right? And within that 100 gigabytes of material, there's been 13 songs, and those songs he released had little to no substance to them. And people may think it's a good thing that he drops a lot, but in reality, he's you're diminishing your value and your art, and that's why these records aren't staying, because there's not a lot of thought put into them. It's just, let's put this out, let's put this out. If artists put more time into actually crafting good songs, then you wouldn't be seeing the disappointing album sales that people are complaining about. The consumer is going to get tired if they just keep getting fed the same thing over and over and over with just a new name attached to it. That's why every time Kendrick drop, his stuff does this. It sparks thought and conversation and what I'm doing right here. You should take a page out of his book, take some time away, and come back. Interestingly, the track appeared on social media during the commencement of the 2024 MTV Video Awards, quite literally interrupting the party. Furthermore, as of September 24 release of this track, him and Party supposed to put out an album. So it's interesting, right? Because what was that? Push-ups. Drake was like, you better put out a double, triple entendre stuff, and it's like he's consistently kind of like played up on that in a sense. But this shit done got too wicked to apologize. So basically, he's saying that is going past the point of return, pretty much. We even kill the killers because they like taking innocent lives. The reference to the killing the killers who like take innocent lives can be seen as a continuation of Kendrick's accusations against Drake and associates that he most notably leveled on there. Yeah. Yeah, this whole thing, burn the whole village down, that's, watch the party die. Yeah, the party is basically the climate and state of music and whatnot. Cascade, Anchor, Triple Plus. Why reason with these niggas if they can't see the future first? So basically, he's kind of like saying, why reason with people that can't see that their actions are going to have disastrous consequences, in the future, pretty much. Just walk that man down. That'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love sometimes gotta result in violence. So basically, he's saying he knocked Drake down a peg and he did everybody a solid, pretty much. I mean, he stated that before, in the battle. That I don't have a hating bone in my body. This is just about you and your actions and the way you carry yourself, pretty much. And you have this huge following, and you have this huge responsibility, and you're kind of like, you're doing a bad job, pretty much. If you parade in gluttony without giving truth to the youth, the graveyard is company. Just tell us what casket to choose. So basically, you digging your own grave, for the most part. Kendrick contracts his role as a messenger of truth and knowledge with Drake's tendency to focus on materialism and hedonism in his music. Yep, and those are the two conflicting sides, the yin and the yang. Yep. This is Kendrick positioning himself as a guide for the youth, while Drake's perceived lack of substance in Kendrick's view offers nothing but a road to ruin. They do. They party more than bitches. Tell me, what are you working for? They glorify scamming. You get chipped over this credit card. Yeah, so even now he's like still this is kind of like the next part of the therapy session, right? He's still doing a psychoanalysis of Drake and his behavior, pretty much. Influencers talk down because I'm not with the basic shit, which, yeah, they call him trash or his music boring because he don't put out basic music. All his music is thought provoking, and you got, a bunch of people that break down lyrics and do think pieces on his music, and they don't like that because they don't want to think. They just want to, all day and all that type of thing. So. Yep, this is the sentiment that they have. Alright, dropping like he's about to get the slaves freed. Which is an interesting line, right? Because the slaves in this instance can be, the consumer of music who have been trained and conditioned into thinking that this microwave music is actually good when it actually isn't, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't provoke thought. It's just mindless. Okay, give me the next one. Alright. He's a role model and puts them off easily impressed. And puts them off the easily impressed audience of Drake. Yep. This may also be a reference to academics freaking talks about music on his live stream. He's a source that some people may look for updates. Yeah. And they don't. People don't break down lyrics. The man that resides in patience. So where? Oh, let's see. But they don't hate me. They hate the man that I represent. The type of man I never did cry because I want a favor. And it's a lot of people that do that. Like you saw that during the era with Jay-Z, and you seen it in the era with Drake, and you see it with other artists too. Or they straddle the fence. Yep, by comparison, Drake released 7 features, 7 solo tracks, 100 gigs of additional content, and announced a collab album. Yep, and all that shit came and went. The ones that lost it all and learned to learn from that. A thirst for life. Head inside the book because he's concerned with that. Information that will change his life because he yearns for that. He yearns for that change in his life. Dedication to find out what's right because he can learn from that. Kendrick celebrate those who seek to empower themselves through passion, education, and persistence as opposed to those who live immorally and lack discipline. He also makes a distinction between men of great substance and spiritual depth and men who are void of these qualities. The message of discipline is essential to strong manhood and has a recurring theme in Kendrick's rap, such as first verse of Meet the Grams. Kendrick also references dedication, well, yeah, which is an homage to Nipsey. I feel for the women that deal with the clown and nerd shit. Can't blame them. Today they ain't really got much to work with. How many B's harder than a lot of you N's? Would trade all of y'all for Nip. I can't be proud of you N's. Street niggas and the corporate guys, the rappers that report the lies. So this line right here is interesting. Right here, he's kind of like lumping the streets with the corporate because the corporate is pushing the streets through the music into the consumer, and the people that is rapping about these things 9 times out of 10 have either abandoned what they're rapping about or they're rapping about somebody else's situation. I don't know why it ain't loading, but I need their families mortified. We can do life without them. Get their bodies organized. Tell me if you obliged. Kendrick seems to be calling for an end to certain negative elements and behaviors in hip-hop culture and the music industry more broadly. When he says it's time to watch the party die, the party likely represents the currency of rap and the excesses. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's pretty much what he's talking about. No more pillow talking, jumpstart neighborhood wars. Interesting enough, featuring the song "We Don't Trust You," which was a diss and Drake accused Drake of pillow talking. Yeah, there do be a lot of that going on, and then you saw the situation with Drake and the Weeknd's people. 2 securities got shot, but you ain't hear nothing else after that situation, which I thought was kind of interesting. Dirty macking bees because your spirit is insecure. So basically talking to women that you shouldn't be, women that actually have somebody, and you saying things, to get them to your side. Yep. And Drake does a lot of that, and that's why a lot of people don't like him. Yeah. The flashy nigga with nasty decision using money as a backbone. Yeah, Turks and Caicos. You mean Turks paying for sex and popping perks. I want his head cracked before he's back home. The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony, assault, and battery. Yeah, he could be talking about academics right here. Which, he could be. I mean, even though academics ain't on the radio, he would be like a modern day. Radio could also be another term for an over the airways personality, because really that's what radio is, over the airways. That's pretty much what that is. I see a new earth filled with beautiful people making humanity work. Let's kill the followers that follow up on popping mollies from the obvious degenerates that's failing to acknowledge the hope that we're trying to spread. If I'm not his vote, then you need to bring his F in head or film that shit in high res. So basically he's trying to do away with all the bullshit music that's put out, bullshit degenerate music that's put out and marketed by the machine pretty much. If people got back to lyrics and substance, all those artists would pretty much die out. But it would take the consumer to rewire their brains, and as they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So sometimes I wonder what Lecrae was do. Lecrae is a Christian rapper. F these niggas up or I show them just what prayer do. I want to be empathetic, my heart like D1. Oh, their biggest names. Oh, I ain't know D1 was a Christian rapper. Okay. We settle hard disputes today. The ghetto Hollywood divorce. Future's Lil Wayne. Interesting. Say hello to your future fate. The culture bred with carnivores. You let them snack, they eat your face. The signatures is being forged. They wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. Yep, basically he's talking about the pitfalls of fame and what comes with it, which is why he prefers his peace and he be ducked off from music, pretty much. Lamar is insinuating that many cosigns in the industry are fake and are made with ulterior motives. Of course they are. Drake tends to co-sign other artists but co-ops their sound to maintain its popularity. Yeah, and that's where the colonizing part comes in. He does do that a lot. Yep. I'm sorry that little born life, I love peace. Yep. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel are drugged up full of lies. Critical. I know my physical is tested all the time. I'm pitiful, sunk in place soon as I'm questioning my pride. I'm seeing ghosts, black and I relapse in one thought at a time. I spare no feelings that ain't mine. I'm in my feelings what I slide, I mean. A nigga wonder what Lecrae would do. Terrace Martin said I'm mentally with layers. True. I flood the market with my best regards. I paid your dues. Terrace Martin is problem, I think. Oh, is a saxophonist. Ain't Problem's named Terrace Martin too? Oh, Jason Martin, my bad. I said Terrace Martin. I know it was one of the Martins, but yeah. Okay. And so it's up. If you ain't one of ours, it's bad news. My nigga Jay Estrada said I gotta burn it down to build it up. That confirmation real as up. It ain't too many real as us. Locking into what I trust, looking outside. The kids live tomorrow because today the party just died. Alright, and then right here, let's see. The cover art features a pair of black Air Force Ones which came from a supposedly random eBay listing. That is funny though. It says Wednesday too, right? This was around the time that that project dropped, so I wonder who put that up for product ratings. 3.25, 325. One that's already sold. 3F add this to their watch list. I'm not gonna read the comments because this was just posted to a random person's page. Kendrick Lamar hasn't put this on DSBs or on YouTube, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I only went on YouTube so I'd be able to pause and go back and all that stuff. But that's gonna do it for this video. Appreciate you all for tuning in. I know it's long, so but comment below what you guys think about the record. What was your interpretation of the record? And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.